Finishing up kind of a cold cup of tea. Had to charge my phone up. It's weird. YouTube just said this stream was set for August 1st, 2024 at 2:54 a.m. Well, it's the 22nd of August, so I don't exactly know what that means. But I wanted to come and give everybody an update. I've been wanting to actually do this, but the weather's been kind of bad. It's been raining here, and I haven't been able to get out in the evening when it's not like scorching hot out here on this deck. So sorry for the late broadcast. I'd like to come to you guys a little bit earlier, but like I said, it's just I haven't been able to get it done in the mornings, and then middays too hot. So coming at you a little bit late here, 7:25 my time. But I just wanted to give an update on some of my gifting that I'm doing here with the Sasquatch, and an update on the DNA study with Darby Orcutt. Got off the phone with Darby yesterday on a Zoom call, and we talked a bit about the procurement of my DNA samples and where I got them and how I acquired them, and just had a lengthy conversation with him. It was nice. I was able to kind of probe his mind, and it's, you know, it's a private video and everything for his records, but it was just a good experience to be able to get on there and really ask him, you know, what's the deal with this DNA? What are you going to do? Who are you? It's just kind of, he's a really nice, personable guy, actually, when you start talking to him. So I really actually am really happy that I'm going to be donating these samples to him. I received the email yesterday with the address to send the samples to, so I need to get that done. And I also, let's see, I also need to hook up some video for him. Actually, he sent me a Google Drive, so I'm going to try to provide some evidence that I have on video so he can see possibly the procurement of the hair sample. I might have filmed it on my phone, so I might have to try to just send him a link. But the point is, got some stuff in the works here with that. So finally, because it did take a while, and I will admit I was starting to get worried, like, is this guy ever gonna follow up, and everything. And it, I don't know how long it had been, 6 months, to a year since we started the whole endeavor. And I thought, gosh, if you want the samples, just let me know. But he just said, thank you for your patience. We've got a lot to do and a lot of screening, and some people, their samples are more than likely to be Bigfoot, and others not. So it was funny. He even said one guy drove the sample all the way to him in North Carolina. It was a single hair that this guy did not want to send in the mail, but I was cracking up when he told me that. So anyway, should be a well, we'll see. Should be really a rewarding kind of relationship, just to see what they say. Like, because I let them know too. It's like, you're testing these samples, but also I let them know I'm testing you because I know what I have. And because I'm so sure of what I have, and I'm going to give it to you, and I told him this is yours to keep, and I don't expect any of it back. The sample is his to keep. I says, because I'm going to give this to you, and I'm so sure. I said, I'm testing you to come up with the answer to see if it matches up with what I know, So he laughed at that, and I think it maybe just put things in perspective for him about who I was, that I'm critical, I'm skeptical. I mean, I'm aware, and I just want him to realize that I know what I have and that it's real evidence. And I think he was kind of in agreement that, yeah, you probably do have pretty good chance of having a real sample, whereas some people, maybe not. He was thinking that the hair was going to be the best evidence. So I don't know if that's because he's just prone to leaning towards the hair first, but I think what they're doing is the first round of testing is going to be on all the hair, he said. Then they're going to do the other samples. So, okay, so be it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to put it in his court, let him have the stuff, let him do what he wants to do, and we'll see what he does with it. But that is great news for me. I'm totally happy that it's happening, that it's going down, that I'm giving the DNA up to him. And I mean, I could get more whenever, because as I stated, I've got this ongoing gifting thing going with the Bigfoot here that comes around locally. And there's some pretty funny updates with that. What I did a he's came a few times. He's came a few times in the recent months. Got a hummingbird here. Hello, you want to come be on video? Um, that thing got like 3 feet from my face. But so I I have this thing like jumping on my neighbor's roof. Okay, I'm sure. I think that's what it is, based on things I've seen over there a couple years ago. There's an area near the front door where there was mud on the handrail, and I was looking at it, and it was big blops of mud. I thought, how the hell would that get up there? And it's not my house. I didn't worry about it. I just thought if I lived here, I would wash that off. But I was over there like planting some plants for her, doing something for her. And so um, I realize now what happened is where that handrail is and where I think it could jump up, she put a Ring doorbell camera at her front door. And so now it doesn't take that route up or down because it could be jump down and be on camera. And I think it knows it. But on the other side of the house, on the north side of the house, where it's all dark and it's forested, there's trees hanging over, it's really dark in there. There's like a 5, 6 foot, probably 5.5 foot stucco wall that you can jump up on there, and there's like an air conditioning unit, and there's I don't know, it goes down and whatever's up there. I don't think much. Might be where I don't know. I'm trying to think if that's where it's her back patio or if she has windows back there. I don't know exactly because she's got a pool that inside that's also this is like on the back side of this pool. It's away from her house. It's like not in this it's not in a living space where this thing's jumping up. So it's like the quiet side of the house. It's jumping up, it's getting on this air conditioning unit, jumping up again, getting on a part story before. But what I decided to do is take 2 sticks, pretty big logs, and I made an X, and I put it up right where I think it's jumping up, and I leaned it up, and I've been checking on it. I haven't checked it in like over a week because I think now it's found it and it's seen it, and it was still up since it's seen it because it came to my gifting area twice, and I was like, okay, I asked her. I said, anything get on your roof the other night? And she said no. And I said, okay, well, I said it was windy. You might not have heard it, and maybe something did, maybe something didn't. I said, but something did come to my area. And she's starting to believe me because I'll be like, something get on your roof last night? And she's like, yeah, how'd you know? And I'm like, because it came to my gifting area. It came and ate. I know it came. I said, I'm setting up experiments and shit. I said, I'm not stupid. So I asked, did it get on your roof? She said, no. It came to my gifting area again the next day. It ate, but it tore this Chinese carved bone necklace right off the tree. And, all the beads are all loose now on the ground. I piled them up. But that was the very next day. Now, this thing hadn't been coming, and the X was still up. I went and checked, and I said, okay, the X is still up. So it came 2 days in a row, which it normally doesn't. It's been coming 9 or 10 days apart, 11 days. It's been a long time in between visits. It's probably down at the lake eating clams and who knows, screwing his girlfriend, whatever he does. He's getting bigger. He's a big boy. But so this thing, he comes 2 days in a row, which he hasn't been doing. And I honestly think he came the first night, he saw the X, windy or not, maybe he didn't jump up, maybe he respected it and said, fuck, okay, I'm not gonna go up there. And he ate the food because it was a good offering. But then he came back the next day thinking, leave me a big offering because I listened to you. Because what I only left him like 2 things. I don't even know what it was. Like, and I just think he thinks it wasn't maybe a good enough offering. I don't know why he ripped this necklace off and all that. But so that's what happened. And so I should go over there tonight and look and see if that X is still up, but he hasn't returned since. He has not returned since he broke that necklace. It's been like over a week. It's been a couple weeks almost. And I'm just like, okay, that's normal. That's like on his schedule. So I'm not too worried. But I did think this morning, fuck, is he mad at me? Like he's not going to come back for a minute? But no way. He's got too much food. I left him tons of shit out there. He's got lychee fruit, which is a rarity, a specialty. It's got a huge seed in it. It's an Asian fruit. He's going to love it. They always do. I've left them at a bunch of locations for him, and they always take them. He's peeled them and eat them right here. I got, what do I got? Marshmallows out there. I got 3 big marshmallows wrapped in foil, seeing if he'll eat those. I got a lollipop out there. Numerous other food. I don't know if I've got some like gummy butterflies or something like that. So anyway, he's got food, and I'm waiting for him to come back. But that's kind of what's going on here. Is that I'm feeding him, but I'm waiting to see if the dude's mad at me. I honestly don't know. Don't know how. I just don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just out there trying to wait and see. But kind of a amazing experience just going through all that, being able to gift with him, and such. So yeah, just wanted to update everybody about that. This probably isn't going to be a long live feed because I don't have anybody in the video with me 11 minutes in, and it's getting a little bit chilly out here because the sun went down, so I'm not prone to stay outside if I'm not being active. But yeah, just shit's going on, stuff still happening. Oh yeah, I'll talk about that recent Dogman kill. Also, I wanted to mention yeah, so I'm posting on numerous channels. Obviously, if you're watching this on Bigfoot Truth, you know that I'm originally posting on Mr. Duffy 81, but YouTube is not allowing me to upload on that channel anymore. I'm not free to speak on YouTube, and when I do, I'm reprimanded for it. So, it's amazing the things that I will get a channel strike for. I mean, the ridiculous, just, you cannot even hint at things, and they will just, oop, one day you can't comment for 24 hours, and you got a channel strike and community guidelines strike, and it's to the point where, yeah, I don't upload on Duffy anymore. I'm not waiting. I've waited weeks to upload footage, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is never going to happen. Ooh, that was a good one. So, yeah, I'm posting on Bigfoot Truth. I'm posting on Local Squatch, and I got a new channel, Foot Clan. So all of those channels, I'm making shorts of my videos, just trying to get subscribers, trying to be able to go live like this. I don't know what's eventually going to happen with any of those channels, but I'd like to grow the Foot Clan. I think that has the potential to get some get some get some attention, even though I'm not on Facebook and such. I might be able to generate attention on YouTube if I'm not messing up with their algorithm and stepping on their landmines, which I already have been watching Camilla Harris videos, so I got to be careful because you see that drunk ass bitch all day, fucking corruption up the fucking ass, and it's hard. I mean, the whole fucking presidential shit, I tell you what, the people need to just get the Second Amendment going. I mean, if these military motherfuckers, they should be enough in themselves, these enlisted fucking shitheads, to fucking say, take the guns, remove the fucking senators and the congressmen, and get rid of these fucking motherfuckers and stop the wars and fucking get the Jesuits out of the fucking country and get the Jesuits out of fucking industry and put them in fucking prison for their crimes and their drug dealing and their international treason. But, the world is so fucked. It's such a big mess to clean up. Nobody even wants to start. You ever have a job so big you're scared to start it because you're like, where am I going to stop at the end of the day? It's like, where do you stop and leave off to even continue it is such a fucking huge endeavor, okay? That's what we're dealing with. So, should be going on. Not happening. Keep getting duped by the fucking media. Tavistock Institute, mind control up your ass. Fucking your thoughts all the time. Just, I mean, this country is so screwed. You got so many TV figureheads just talking garbage, talking trash left and right. Trump, Biden, Kamala Harris, left, Democrat, Republican, blah, 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 black and white, blah, blah. America, Latino, South American immigrants invading this country, blah, blah. It's, yeah, your fucking city governments are fucking taking them in, fucking emboldening them. I mean, it's just the fucking despicable. And your city governments are all ran by the Jesuits. They're in all your countries, facilitating the drug dealing through the biker gangs, bringing the fucking meth and the dope and the coke in right to your fucking city. Welcome in. The boys in blue are fucking called off. Don't fucking raid the stash houses of the fucking real criminals. Pop fucking people for dope and fucking steal their fucking drugs. Steal it back after they fucking sold it. They've been doing that shit. The cops have been doing that shit since fucking dope was fucking invented. Since, okay, this shit's been going on since Prohibition. Okay, this shit's been going on for a long time in this country. This goes back to the Boston Tea Party. They do. They lowered the fucking price of tea and the fucking illegal fucking black market tea that the fucking Freemasons and the secret society fucking founding fathers fucking had became worthless. And they went and they threw the British tea in the fucking water. Why? Because they couldn't sell their shit, so they had to fucking eliminate the competition. Hello, wake up. This is how the world works, folks. We're both growing corn and oops, oh, your field burnt down. Huh, I guess mine's gonna sell, isn't it? Hello. That's fucking this world. They'll fucking sabotage you. Look at the guy that just won the fucking case against HP, get acquitted. What happens? Oh, murdered, lawyer murdered, wife murdered, daughter murdered. Oh, it's just a freak water spout accident in Sicily. Yeah, right. It's got Rome murdered, Jesuits all over it. It's got fucking corporate fucking secret society fucking ties that bind all over it. That's why this is the Bigfoot Truth Channel, folks. The truth is greater than you will ever imagine. The truth is fucking great. And you got to embrace it, because the trail of the truth is a continuing stream, because with every deception, the trail of the truth becomes more interesting, and it's human nature to deceive and manipulate. These fuckers don't learn. The real sick ones get to the top and they get loose. They're squirming like a fucking sperm. Don't want these fuckers reproducing. They're fucking this world over. The Klaus Schwabs. The money kickdowns, though. I mean, the banks are, everybody thinks they're making all these monies on the houses. It's the banks that are really profiteering and just making the fucking killing, owning you. If you really knew. It's like the casino. The casino never loses. The casino never goes out of business. Have you noticed that? It doesn't matter how much money the casino gives out. You think the casino ever loses any money? You think the casino's losing? No, the casino's winning. Inherently, in many different ways, it's set up to profit. That's what it is. That's what they've turned this country into. That's what they've turned the government into, a casino. That's what they do. They take over your system. You fucking get a job at the drive-through window, and then you turn it into a fucking dope-dealing fucking personal endeavor. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. That's what happens. Fucking, you think you're working a job, but you're working it for yourself. You know what I mean? You're working the door, but you're fucking taking money from people and letting them in and putting it in your own pocket. That's what happens when you get in these positions. It's human nature. So don't put it past people to fucking steal. Don't put it past people to take advantage of the system. Right? Just like people with the TV crew and Bigfoot. Don't put it past them to manipulate the fuck out of you, because they can edit it. I mean, let's talk about fucking Expedition Bigfoot. I fell asleep. It wasn't even interesting enough to watch it. It took me like 3 times to fucking even get through the episode, and I didn't even finish it because I fell asleep. But this fucking Expedition Bigfoot, I got so disinterested as soon as they start saying the migration routes, and guys in the migration routes, and it's believed that they go from Alaska to Northern California. Shut the fuck up with the bullshit. They deny the structures. They want you to think it's fucking, they're migrating. Why? Because they don't want you to know Bigfoot's living under your fucking nose. They don't want you to know that. They want you to think it's way out there. Oh, guys, we got a trail camera picture out in Yosemite. We got to go. Pack up the gear. Come on, let's go out to Northern California, everybody. Click on the thing. Yeah, shut up. You can go anywhere and find Bigfoot. Anywhere. Any fucking where. Ask Chris Marola. But I'm just saying, they're fucking everywhere. You can go to every state. They're all fucking, they live there. They might go up in the mountains. They might come back down. They're not going to Alaska unless they're up in that region. You know what I mean? They might cross the border, but I don't think they know what a border is. Anyway, fucking kind of funny. State of affairs with the Bigfoot world. That Expedition Bigfoot. What else was I thinking about talking about? It's tough with nobody here to remind me. But, yeah, what are we at? Late August. So, yeah, the weather's going to be changing. It's been really wet in Colorado. I think it's been really green. The water is so fucking high at some of these lakes that I found footprints in the past. Go down there, there's barely any fucking shoreline. I'm saying the water line is 100, 200 feet in from where it usually is, you know? In places, practically a fucking quarter mile in the mud flats where I used to find shit last year. So I'm like waiting for him to drain some shit. I haven't been out looking as hard in some of these places. Need to fucking put a shitty pair of shoes in my truck so that when I do find the stuff, I can go walk in the mud. Because I've been out there before just squishing in past your shoelaces, you know, to get the evidence to document this shit. But I found where they're out digging in the mud for clams, like family groups, like 3 of them just digging in the mud, shin impressions, pulling hairs out of the mud, you know, just great, great evidence out there. I found some, oh yeah, I was going to talk about that Dogman kill. Also, I was going to say, I found some poop the other day, had these wild plums in it. You know, like I said, I'm posting on various channels, so follow me on the local Squatch and Foot Clan and Bigfoot Truth here if you want to see some of these different evidences and different videos. But so first of all, this poop was sitting on the trail. It was definitely odd. Everybody I showed it to was like, what the fuck is that? It's like not bear poop. Bear poop is like a plop. This was like a long poop that, you know, it like ice cream, like on itself, swirl. And so I had all these seeds in it, all this fruit in it that had been eaten. I thought it was dates at first. I'm like, what is this? I know it's not dates, but then I realized, oh, he's just eating these fruit like whole. Not even like, don't even chew them, because the seed is like 50% of the mass and of the fruit itself. You know what I mean? You could kind of like skin the plums and get a good chunk of meat like off of them, but they have a big pit in them. But I'll be honest, I've gone down to like Roxborough Park south of here when I first moved to Denver, and there were bears down there, and they were eating those things, and the plums were big. And I said, you know, I bet they're fucking good. And I grabbed a purple one that the bears hadn't eaten, and I started eating that thing. I ate almost the whole fucking thing. It was so good. And didn't get sick, didn't have a problem, didn't have worms. It was like, I mean, the integrity of the skin was good. It was just a really good, firm, sweet plum. It was just like a plum you'd buy at the grocery store. It tasted just like it. And I've got a bush growing right out by the street here that has them growing on it, although it doesn't get a lot of water, so it doesn't, and it cooks all day. It doesn't get that big of fruit on it, but oh my God, the ones down there, if you get a big purple one, they're really delicious. So that I found that poop right on the trail, found it, documented it, posted it on whatever channel. I fucking walked down right around the corner, literally 40, 50 feet around the corner, look to the left, see another pile of poop on something. I walk over there. It's a dog kill. Like a small dog had been eaten, killed. You could see the teeth, the toenails. Pretty gross, but and it took a poop right on the thing. So I'm like, okay, that's obviously a Bigfoot kill of a domestic dog, which was startling in itself. And then well, I found in this neighborhood a month or so ago, and I waited so long. I wanted to post it on the Mr. Duffy channel, but I didn't. I ended up posting it here on the Bigfoot Truth channel. Is the this deer kill that I found that I honestly think was done by one single individual predator of huge size, and the cavity of the deer was completely emptied. All the organs were eaten. The intestines with the poop in it was pulled 10, 15 feet aside, away from the deer. It was just I looked up coyote kills on the internet, and all of the coyote kills that I saw, 100 pictures, all had the rib cage fully intact. None of the coyote kills had the ribs chewed through, eaten, when it was just chewed on. I mean, if a carcass had been totally destroyed and ripped apart by animals, that's when they're going to get the ribs at the end. But what happened is this deer is laying there. The side of the body had the skin peeled off, like a straight line from the stomach to the back, peeled up. The ribs were all chewed all along the spine, just removed, like from the back all the way up, gone. I don't know if they were eaten, totally consumed, nowhere to be found. And then all of the internals were removed and eaten. The leg was out of socket, and it was sitting right there, the right leg, which was on top. It was laying on its left side. The leg was removed. All of the ribs had been chewed hard, chewed down to just spiky nubs along the spine, as though something turned its head and went all the way down. It was disturbing. There was no bite marks. I looked at many pictures of these coyote kills. You could see where the legs of the deer had been nipped, bit by a group surrounding it until finally they bit it on the ass, got it to start bleeding, and then realized it's over. They go into shock and it's done. Because this thing had the ass eaten out of it a little bit and like chewed on, but it looked more like instinctual dog canine behavior where it would just go at it, like chewing, like gnawing, like in the whole effort of eating all of it, because it ate a lot of the meat, like off the, as it was chewing the ribs, it ate some of the backstrap meat and it was eating that. You could just tell like some meat was removed, but the intention wasn't to eat that meat so much as remove the ribs in order to get to the internal cavity of the deer. This was a buck with a pretty nice rack in full velvet. So very unfortunate for that animal. Driving through there that week, I almost freaking hit another deer coming up onto the road. I was there. It stopped, turned, saw me, didn't know what to do. I went left and had to jerk the wheel, and it ran back down the hill. But there's also horses right there where this happened. Guys stabling two horses. I think they were there. He just got two more horses recently, but I think they were there at the time of this deer kill. I'm not 100% on that. But it's just freaky to think, what if it was one of his horses, or why this deer? And I think what animal got it, because it didn't have those bite marks around the legs. It didn't have anything on the neck, any like a mountain lion jumping on it, because every one of my neighbors was like, oh, it must be a mountain lion. Yeah, you don't know what I've seen around here. Like, first of all, and secondly, no, that's not a mountain lion kill. They would be biting it around the neck. They'd be dragging it off. They wouldn't just jump it on the road. Like, they killed a mountain lion in the neighborhood, and it stashed the body, it hid it, and then it got its cubs, and it brought the cubs back, and it fed on that carcass for days. And that's according to the neighbors. And that happened down in the valley here. So that mountain lion was around. It got its kill. It didn't kill people, thankfully. I saw it in the neighborhood one night driving home, like four feet away. Like, we pulled right up on it, walked right into a driveway. And so it was a skinny female, but it wasn't like a huge, you see some with like gigantic paws and they're just like flat teeth. Like, you can tell they've just been like gnawing bones for years. That is not the cat you want to run into. But this one looked a little more meek. And I saw a picture of it on a on a neighbor's security camera. It had a little like Hitler mustache, had this black mark right under its nose. You could tell it was a female. It was so cute. But it's not cute if it's attacking you. But I don't think the mountain lion got this deer. I just don't. I think it was a big animal. It looked like the deer had been bum rushed and hit in the middle and boom, eaten like that. I don't think it was just nipped at from the back, because in the process of nipping it in the ass and finally catching it, it would have been bitten other places numerous times in the assault before it was taken down. So there was no marks of that. This was a bam, direct hit. Looked like it got plowed right across the road into the fucking street, and it was right there blocking the lane, like as I come around a blind curve on a fucking switchback, just like right there. Like, it was like driving past a dead body. I'm seriously doing like 35, 40 miles an hour down a pretty steep incline, and I'm just, I was like, that was a fucking body. Like, I just saw a chest cavity, and I think that was antlers. Put it in reverse. And then I'm just like, oh my God. I didn't even want to get out of the fucking car. I was so scared I was going to get attacked by something. I had a little 22 pistol, and I'm just like, I didn't even cock it and put one in the chamber. I just held it like, if I hear anything, I'm going fucking freak mode. But I don't want to start blasting in the morning. I don't want to shoot a gun in my neighborhood. I don't want to get attacked. I don't want to be like this deer. But you'd hope, okay, once the predator got it, maybe that's all it needed. But it ate every goddamn organ, including the lungs and the fucking thing besides the intestines. So I don't know, was it craving more? It could have been bloodlusting. I don't know what it was. There was a fire south of here when this happened. I could see the peak burning from here. So, and it was a pretty big fire there for a week. So I think that pushed a predator out of the area here, or maybe it's just this fucking giant wolf thing I saw here one time, and I don't know if it's the time of year. I don't even know what the fuck, but whatever got that deer, man, it got it good and it crushed it. So I think that's posted on the Bigfoot Truth channel. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It is freaking freaky, man. But even like on your smartphone, you can like zoom in and like open up and see it a little bit better. And whew, freaked me out. But strange stuff goes on. Strange stuff goes on. So Bigfoot's killing dogs, Dogman killing deer. I mean, like, I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be a missing person. There's actually a fucking David Paulides missing person case from this fucking parking lot on I-70 that is directly across the street from one of the creeks that I find structures at. And I go do a little bit of Bigfoot research at times, and I've left gifts there before. And it's a constant building area where I can go pretty much any time of year and find something because it's a small area and there's only a couple places to look on either side of the ravine at this park, and the rest is private property and stuff, and there's nothing real there. But the point is, I'm like listening to this story about this guy, and the batteries out of his car are sitting next to his car, and he ends up missing, and this and that. And I'm like, dude, this is at this like dinosaur parking lot. And I'm like, I've parked there. I've walked up above there. I found a fucking stone circle um, that I thought, is this magic? Is this, black magic? Is this humans? Is this Bigfoot? Who built this? Who's doing this? And then right below it, this guy disappears. And then across the street, I'm doing Bigfoot research. And I mean, I know they walk the ridge and they go do stuff up there. So that's why I go up there and look for evidence. I found a post that was twisted, a metal post, like that, for like a stop sign or something. I mean, like twisted, like, like a Twizzler. Like, it was just amazing. And I'm like, what could have done that? Human being couldn't do that. Could have been Bigfoot holding onto it and like using its strength to just twist that fucking thing, but over and over, like walking in circles until it twisted the whole entire like 3-4 foot length of the post. Never seen that before. Definitely think that was like a feat of superhuman strength, like done by the Bigfoot up there. But yeah, a lot of strange stuff goes on in Colorado. Also, I filmed a UFO recently, just like this white light in the clouds, and eventually it went away. But I've seen that like 3 times now here. Just these strange lights. One time it had 2 spotlights, like slowly like spinning. Another time it was on the mountain, and then this time again just hovering, floating. Just makes me wonder who they're here for. Like if it's got anything to do with the Sasquatch, because they're just on this other mountain peak over here, and like, I don't know, I've hiked over there. I know what it's like up there. It gets flat on the tops of them and stuff, and there's places you could land. And it just, I don't know, it fucking freaks me out. Because I just wonder what that UFO Sasquatch connection is. And these strange UFOs, like, they're not triangle craft, they're like in the clouds. They're in the clouds, like they hide in the clouds. I've seen other videos, the one with the 2 spotlights, I've seen it on the That's Impossible channel with James LaFleur. I've seen people like in Thailand film this thing. Like it's like going around the globe. Like it's just like people see that Elon Musk like long fucking, Starlink thing. Just that's people see the same UFOs on the planet and record them like all the time. I followed the UFO stuff for many years, like as a kid, way more than Bigfoot. I was way more interested in UFOs when I was a kid, but I was always interested in the unknown. But there was a lot of good UFO stuff back in the 90s, and there still is. If you just watch like best UFO, you can look up shit like best UFO videos 2023, or by the year, or like I've seen good channels, and you'll just be like, oh shit, I grew up in that town, or oh my god, I can't believe, stuff from all over the world, just like things you wouldn't believe seen in the sky in America. You just got to keep your eyes peeled. Sky watchers, that's a thing. That's what people do, just keeping your eyes peeled. It's just like I look for Bigfoot evidence because I'm there, because I can, because it's just taking the time to look down to pay attention. But do that to the sky. You'd be surprised at what you can see. There's definitely a lot of phenomenon I've seen. There's not even time for me to talk about all the shit I've seen in the sky. Let's put it that way. In Colorado, I've seen some amazing shit here. And there's been like other witnesses with me and shit. But anyway, on that note, beautiful evening here. as the neighborhood settles down and the day turns into night. Good talking. Wanted to give the update. Thank you, everybody, for watching this video in the future. Sorry I missed you on the live stream. Just a good day for me to get on and everything, so that's how it goes. All right, y'all, take care. Peace out from Colorado. Talk to you later. Bye.